going to have a quick rundown of the rosters. Starting off with Finland in the blue. 00 is Una. 103, Erika Loito. 156 is Mia. 18, Elina Rukaranta. 257 is Lura. Number 28 is Nina Erwes. Number 39 is Marjurina. 410, Maura Maninen. 49 is Ida Soento. 56, AM Castrin. 777, Sarah Gilbert. 85 is Latikainen. 88 is Vapu Knuttila. Number 90 is Salia Kajalainen. And 999 is Pasi Pop, and we'll cover the Japan roster in a moment, as it's 999 Pasi Pop who has the star on first up for Finland.
And for Japan, taking the star is 140 Shake and Bake.
So here we go, both jammers going through the inside line. Pasi Pop manages to hold the rail and pick up your first lead jammer, but got company. Shake and Bake not far behind.
Both jammers now coming round for a first scoring pass. Pasi Pop quick to shut down the jam with a one single point to start off the game.
Did you want to run through the Japan roster, Stormy?
Of course I will. So we have number 0, Dadame. Number 12, Tuxedo Slam. 127, Nikki Cash. 140, who was just jamming Shake and Bake. 18, Bandit Angel. 1800, Tokyo Takeout. 1998, Holy Haru. 241, Cisa Beast. 300, Chris Ragu. 452, Mackenzie Phillips. 7, Slamurai. 701, Vajayakul Jackson. 75, Where's the Fire? 77, Sprocket, and their captain, 950, is Thunderbell.
In the meantime, Mia is out as lead jammer for Finland. Jamming this time for Japan is number 75, Where's the Fire? There's 5 points put up there very easily by Mia.
Japan have had a star pass over to their pivot, but Finland have managed to slow her straight down, not allowing the easy exit.
And that time Mia had a tough time getting through and taken down. Pivot looks like, I believe it's Slamurai, who will pick up a forearm penalty and will go and sit in the cheese ball bearings penalty box as the jammer. So this is a chance for Finland to build up a early lead. Lovely offense from the pivot. So that was Lura. Opened the door for Mia. And again tries the same thing. Another 5 points, 20 points already on this jam.
Just managing to hop round Where's the Fire on the inside line. Up for another scoring pass for Finland. Finland doing a great job holding back those Japan blockers, leaving just 2 for Maya to face.
Slamurai is now out on the box and re-engaging that finish wall, still on her initial pass. Jammer on jammer action. Slamurai has taken out Mia and forced to draw back. Slamurai's taken out to the inside. Mia skips round the outside.
Slamurai still fighting for that all-important initial pass. Her teammates jumping on the offensive there to try and crush in Finland's wall with a very quick to reform in front.
As Captain Thunderbell will go to the cheese balls bearings penalty box. Okay, that's how you open a lead. Massive jam there from me. I'd just like to give a shout out to Sisu Mouthguards, who are the official mouthguards of the 2018 Roller Derby World Cup.
So 35-0 at this early stage of the game, exactly what Finland wants to see. Just over 3 minutes in. Taking the jam line is Sarah Gilbert, and taking her on is Nikki Cash for Japan. Sarah Gilbert pushing that pack far forward, pushing them out of bounds. Sarah Gilbert taking the lead for Finland.
So that's 3 leads in a row for Finland to start this game off. Finland, of course, are one of the teams looking to put up a big score with a large differential to cement their place in the top 8 for the business end of the tournament. Japan with just 2 blockers, easy for Sarah Gilbert to dance around.
Japan have again gone for the star pass, but Finland again managing to get in front, so they're kind of barreling their way through now, using Thunderbell to create a gap. But unable to get out of their initial pass, and the jam's called off.
So it's another 10 points on the board for Finland. Just over 5 minutes gone, 45-0. Looking to extend that this time for Finland will be number 56, AM Kastrin.
And a quick shout out to the official helmet of the 2018 World Cup, which is S1 helmets. The S1 Life Advisor helmet is the next level in protection. S1, the official helmet of 2018 Roller Derby World Cup.
So jamming this time for Japan, we have shake and bake. And we have our first jammer penalty, as AM Kastrin will sit in the cheese ball bearings penalty box. This will give Shake and Bake and Japan the chance maybe for their first lead and their first points. That finish wall is locked down.
Japan opting to basically try and push the wall out of bounds. We're really struggling, so Jammer indicating to her team she needs some offence, she needs some gaps, and it has worked, creating just a one-on-one fight, which sees Japan take lead. Shake and Bake sprinting around that track now.
Yeah, managed to just get round Lura at the front of the pack to pick up lead Jammer. Shake and Bake pointing out that AM Kastrin is out of the box, even with the star stash, in which they are the Jammer. And they've completed the initial pass. Shake and Bake is definitely holding points now. Question is how many?
She turns around just to see Finland approaching and decides to call off the jam. She's picked up 3 points for Japan, their first points so far this game.
And a very popular 3 points they are around here on trackside at the roll line track. So Party Pop is back jamming for Finland.
Up against her is number 75, Where's the Fire?
It's a bit of a scrum start, both jammers trying to find a way through. And just as we say that, a line opens up, Party Pop picks up lead jammer.
Where's the Fire has taken off the star, looking to make that pass.
I think the pass has been completed to the pivot. I think that is Chris Rago. Party Pop finds an outside line, 5 more. So Chris Rago pushing hard at the front, but pushing hard illegally. That's a forearm. That will be the second power jam for Finland. Party Pop looks at the bench, is told to keep going and run it up, sees the jammer sit in the cheese ball bearings box, and just thinks, here we go, I can rack up a few points here, make my stats look a bit good. There's 5 more.
Absolutely, can't blame them for wanting to keep going. They are in a strong position at this stage, and Roche want to get up as many points as they can. Calling off the jam with Chris Ragu still in the penalty box, so we will be having a power jam start.
You see, I like that as a tactic. You've had the star pass, you've got a non-jammer sat in the box.
Yeah.
Call the jam, ice them. Chris Ragu is stood, so it's less than 10 seconds, but you've got not a natural jammer. He's got to jam this jam as well. So as a tactic, I actually really like that.
I didn't even think of it that way, but that's a really good point.
So trying to take advantage of this will be so it's number 156, that is Mia, who took about 2 seconds to pick up lead.
I think literally it was 4. I was looking at the scoreboard just to check that.
Chris Ragu has stashed the stars. Be looking for help from the pivot, which is Nikki Cash. Well, I have to look in the penalty box for the pivot though.
So this means Chris Ragu got to go it all alone.
At least for the next best part of 30 seconds.
It's a scary place to be as a jammer with no pivot. Chris Ragu is pushing her way forward. Just a final hit to that last block that sees her out of her initial.
And as I say, we have Mia signalling. That hand signal, I'm sure, will mean something to her teammates. Picks up another brace. Just time to give a shout out to Rydell Skates, who are the proud sponsor of the 2018 Roller Derby World Cup. You can make skates your own with custom-coloured, handcrafted Colour Lab boots by Rydell Skates.
I genuinely tried on the Solera skates like yesterday, and I think I've fallen in love a little bit. They're like the comfiest thing and really light.
Well, we have Sarah Gilbert is up against Shake and Bake on the Gemma line this time.
Sarah Gilbert hopping around that outside line, taking lead. Shake and Bake really trying to sprint away through, but Finland staying nice and calm and strong at the front.
Big smile on Sarah Gilbert's face as they come around the corner.
I'd be happy about that as well.
It's jammers, it's just have fun doing laps. Oh, bit made to work a little bit harder this time. And Shake and Bake has completed the initial pass. Sarah Gilbert thinks, yeah, now let's end that one. So 20 minutes to go, 78 to Finland in the blue, Japan in the red on 3.
So where's the fire once again on the jam line, taking on number 56 AM Kastrine.
4 and 3 pack advantage for Japan. We'll see if Where's the Fire can make it count. So it's the lateral movement from the Finnish blockers moving side to side. It's just so impressive. As AM Kastrine picks up lead jammer once more.
Oh, that was a very quick star pass there by Japan over to number 7, who is Slamurai.
Second time that Slamurai has received the star. And again, smart play from Finnish jammer and bench coach, killing that little bit of time to spring the blocker from the box.
So it does mean we have an empty penalty box going into the next jam.
As lining up on the 5-second skate gear start line this time will be 999 Party Pop for Finland up against 127 Nikki Cash for Japan.
Jammers called Finland a straight on the offensive there, but caused a bit of a pile up at the back of the pack.
Jackal Jackson, the pivot, will pick up the low block penalty. Will sit in the cheese ball penalty box, cheese balls bearings penalty box. Lovely work, Chris Ragu, who we've seen take the star earlier, doing a great defensive job this time on Party Pop. And a forearms penalty has been called on Nikki Cash. Party Pop on the power jam lead, Gemma once more.
So Party Pop did really strong work in our last power jam, so it'd be interesting to see if she can utilise it the same this time.
Nice little outside inside move to pick up 5. So Nikki Cash is stood in the box. So Finnish bench coach is aware, but is also aware that she's still on her initial pass, even though she stashed the star. Finnish blockers are aware that she's the jammer. Nice try.
I mean, I always feel like once you get to a World Cup stage, like, I understand doing a star stash, but it's not like the blockers will be like, oh, that's fine, you just swoop on through. And that's another penalty assessed to Nikki Cash. I believe that's another forearms penalty.
It is, and as a box full for Japan. Jammer, pivot, blocker, full house. I just want to give a shout out to Sucker Punch Skate Shop. It's Europe's original Derby-owned and devoted skate shop. Sucker Punch is dedicated to helping you with honest advice to find exactly what you need. Our technical know-how and expertise is unrivaled, as is our availability of your favourite gear and the fast shipping we offer throughout Europe. Visit us at suckerpunchskateshop.com.
So on the jam line is Mia for Finland. Short work there of taking lead.
I say it's very short. There's 2 Japanese blockers on track. And a team that's as experienced and has got the strength and depth that the Finns have. They know how to split them up and make it very easy for Mia, certainly for the initial pass and then for the first 5 points.
And that is exactly what the Finns are doing. So slowly the penalty box is starting to empty for Japan. Maybe the pivot and the jammer have had some time to chat tactics while they've been sat there, I don't know.
Well, I say the star's been taken down by Nikki Cash. So, but the pivot, which is Vijay Jackson's too busy engaged trying to stop Mia at the front of the pack. And it's a cutting penalty for Nikki Cash. That is at least her third, and we're only halfway through the first half. That could be a problem for Japan later on in the game.
Also, it's her third in the space of 2 jams. It's definitely not a habit that she wants to keep carrying on throughout the game.
Oh, look. Miyazaki picks up 5. This jam has seen Finland break the 100. And again, I like the tactic. Call it off, ice the jammer that's on a bit of a penalty run.
Absolutely. I think Finland are definitely playing a mental game with this one. They want to kind of get in the jammers' heads, and then once you're there, then you have a good advantage.
So we're having a team timeout taken by Japan. To just give you how both teams have done so far in the tournament. In the half-an-hour games that we had to start the tournament, Japan lost to Poland by 102 to 53, but beat the Czech Republic 106 to 53. And then in an hour-long game, they played Switzerland and lost 175 to 220. Finland in the half-an-hour games, very impressive, 231 to 19 over Portugal and 131 to 53 over Germany. And then yesterday in an hour-long game, 417 to 32 over the Norwegians.
And I have just been told by our fabulous producer, Scary Poppins, that so far in this early stage of the game, Japan have had 5 jammer penalties, whereas Finland have only had 1.
Like I say, when you're looking at the score at 117 to 3, it kind of makes sense.
Absolutely.
So taking the start to start this power jam for Finland will be Sarah Gilbert.
Again, Finland breaking up Japan's wall, but Japan a bit quicker on the reform now. Maybe that timeout is what they needed to get their heads back in the game. Sarah Gilbert really pushing them forward at the front of that pack. 1 block to face and she gets lead.
Skipping the way through on the inside. Picks up 4 points. You almost think it deserves more when you do something like that.
Yeah, feel like you need an extra point for being fancy.
Star has been passed, so Nikki Cash hopefully will get out of the penalty cycle. And Vijay Jackson takes the star now. Sarah Gilbert kills it just in time. Vijay Jackson at speed into the wall, but couldn't quite get hips in front of hips. So I want to shout out to Blood and Thunder, who believe life is better on roller skates. Visit them at bloodandthundermag.com for roller derby inspired apparel.
I am inclined to agree with that statement.
I wouldn't know.
We'll convert you one day.
I just do the talking and shouting stuff.
Oh, well, that's fun too.
It is.
And Shake and Bake is jamming up against number 56, who is A.M. Castrine.
A.M. Castrine is the lead again. There's only been 1 Japanese lead jammer so far, and that was as a result of a power jam, I believe that was. But Shake and Bake is through. Initial pass completed. Finland do have 2 in the cheese ball bearings penalty box. Trying to run as much time as possible off the penalties before calling it. Didn't manage to free either of them.
But also didn't concede any points, so which is more of a priority? It's arguable.
I think you got to say protect the points. Kill the time if you can.
Yep.
Protect the points, but trust your jammer, who is Party Pop, who's been very impressive so far, and your blockers to hold back the Japanese jammer.
And taking the star for Japan is 1800 Tokyo Takeout. First time jamming in this game. Maybe she might be able to offer something a bit different.
Well, Mayurina has already been released from the back box. That's a great draw back by Ida Soento. The Tokyo Takeout sees the inside line. Mayurina is there to shut the door though.
Now both jammers seem to be struggling without any offence to see them through, so Finland has number 28 Nina Erwas to jump on the offence with their jammer. Pate Pop being recycled all the way back.
There's a forearms penalty called, sorry, forearms on one of the Finnish blockers. Tokyo Takeout looks a little shaken up after the fall. Oh, I think Tokyo Takeout has been given a penalty. There was a penalty that had been assessed already, and it does look to be struggling with injury. Holding her left thigh as she sat in the Cheeseball Bearings penalty box. That has put Party Pop on another power jam for Finland. Right. Sorry, go on.
It's another 5 points for Finland as Party Pop makes her way around.
Forearms penalty, we'll see Sprocket Tuya sit in the box. Party Pop still trying to rack up the points. Getting some nice help there from Mayurina and from Ida Soento. Tokyo Takeout is out, doesn't look good, has got the star down, looking for the pass to Chris Ruggie.
See, she started this jam with such speed, and I think all of that has taken it completely out of her, as well as obviously we're not sure if...
What was really nice there, I don't know if you saw it, when the whistle went, Nina Erwas could tell that Tokyo Takeout wasn't right and straight away was arms round and checking in.
Yeah.
It's things like that, it's the spirit of Derby that, yes, it's competitive, but you don't want to see anybody hurt.
No.
So Tokyo Takeout is sat now with one of our fantastic medics. So we'll keep an eye for her returning to the track.
Meanwhile, on track at the moment, we're seeing Maya taking on Where's the Fire. Maya up in front takes lead for Finland. Where's the Fire really struggling as she sees some offence coming from Sprocket Tuya.
So Maya comes around now, picking up, adding up more points. There's 5 more. Sprocket Tuya goes and sits in the box. Where's the Fire? Stars are down for Japan.
Slamurai is getting stuck into the Finland wall as she is the pivot, so there is the opportunity to pass. And I believe the pass has now been completed over to Slamurai.
Oh, lovely spin move pirouette from here, picks up 5 more points. So that's 15 and counting on this jam.
But that is Slamurai out of the pack, so Finland call off the jam.
So I'd like to give a shout out to the Roller Derby Shout Club. Get a different shout from a different Roller Derby league from around the world every month. Join the Roller Derby Shout Club at rollerderbyshoutclub.com. So we've got just under 9 minutes to go. Finland in the blue on 158. Japan in the red on 3. Sarah Gilbert for Finland up against Shake and Bake. Sarah Gilbert is through as lead jammer. Great, strong defensive work from Latikainen out the front, holding back Shake and Bake. Sarah Gilbert picks up 5 more. But the door opens up, Shake and Bake has got the speed.
Oh, just slowed down there by Maya Rene, but manages to get through, so that's initial pass done for Japan.
Sarah Gilbert now trying to pick up the points.
She's waiting until the last possible second there to call off the jam, as they still have a blocker standing in the box.
And again, it's very good, excuse me, sorry. Sorry about that.
It's all right.
Very good timing again and communication between the Finnish jammers and bench coach. call it off and prevent it at the last possible second to prevent Japan from picking up any more points.
First time jamming for today is Dadame.
Up against AM Castrin. Cutting penalty that's on one of the Japanese blockers. And we have lead jammer goes to AM Castrin.
Thunderbell going straight on the offence there for her jammer. And I believe there's now been a star pass.
Is that Slamurai again?
That is.
And again, Finnish coach looking to try and run a little bit of time off. Just under 7 minutes to go. Finland 169, Japan still on the 3.
On the jam line is Where's the Fire up against Petipop.
Just an update on Tokyo Takeout. She is still in the bench area. She's talking to one of the medics. She's still got all her gear on, so potentially returning to the game, hopefully later on.
It's always promising when the skates aren't coming off.
Yes.
Petipop around the outside, managing to brush off some hits from Japan to take lead. Star is off. Where's the Fire being recycled all the way back by Majorene. Five in the sky for Finland. The star pass has been completed for Japan.
I think that's Chris Ragu again, isn't it?
It is, yes.
That's Petipop comes through. It's interesting here. He's running a bit of time, just trying to see. Actually, it backfired running it a little bit as Mayurina has picked up a cutting penalty.
But what is good is Japan have really managed to bring back all their jammer penalties that were so common first off in the game. I don't want to jinx anything, but they seem to be doing a lot well for playing a bit cleaner with their jammers.
And we have an official review here for Finland. I'm going to take a wild speculation on this. I think they're reviewing the cutting call on Mayurina at the end of that jam, because while there is no doubt, because it happened just in front of us here on turn 3 and 4, Mayurina did cut,
yes,
but the 4 whistles went as she was cutting, so did not have time to yield, which under the new rule set is worth a punt. There's 5 minutes to go.
Oh, if you've got your official review, 5 minutes to go, may as well give it a try.
This is when we'll find out from our producer, Scary Bobbins, once our alt-ref Eagle Maniac lets us know that I'm completely wrong. Wouldn't be the first time. But while we're waiting for that, Stormy, did you know that by the age of 14, girls are dropping out of sports at twice the rate of boys?
I can absolutely believe that.
But they say we think that roller derby can help change that. So you can learn more at girlsontrackfoundation.org.
I think definitely a worthy cause is something that I'm sure most women will agree with. So we're just having Rest discuss the outcome of the review. We're just about to find out what the review is regarding.
That's nice as well. Eagle Maniac has come over to tell us what it was.
Well, King Crazy was right on the ball there, asking to receive the cutting call on Finland's pivot. So you're just a roller derby genius.
Yeah, I might have done a bit of bench coaching myself in my time.
And we've just been told by our Rest the call stands. So a pivot's going to stay in the box, but it was worth a try. It was worth a go.
Yeah, like I say, I mean, I saw it at the time. Yes, the 4 whistles went before they had the chance to rescind.
Yes.
However, I also think that they weren't aware that they'd cut and weren't trying to rescind anyway.
It's all down to how the ref sees it.
Yeah. Anyway, back to business. 5 minutes to go. 178 plays 3. We have Shake and Bake with the start for Japan, up against Mia for Finland, who's your lead jammer in 5 seconds.
I like the amount of jams that Finland have got in less than 10 seconds. I think that's ridiculously impressive.
And it's down to the strength of their jammers and to the offensive work from their blockers as well. Out of play call, that allows Shake and Bake to complete the initial pass.
So both jammers ran for a scoring pass now. Mia wants none of that. She's calling off a jam with her one single point, denying Japan the opportunity to score any points.
But what I liked about that there was from Shake and Bake. Really, really impressive. Properly sprinting round to the back of the pack, realising that Mia was trying to run the time. Myarina is still in the box.
Yes.
Stood, but still in the box, trying to run the time off that penalty, but sprinting round to force the call off that little bit earlier. If you're not lead jammer, jammers sprint, get it, force the call off on 1 point rather than 4 or 5.
And I think that's the point in this game. It's not so much about making sure you get lots of points, it's also more about stopping the other team from getting as many as they can.
Exactly. Trying to rack up the points this time for Finland as lead jammer once more is Sarah Gilbert. Dadami is jamming for Finland, trying to put the damage, but is being held back. Ida Soento doing a great job. Star has been passed. Looks like Chris Ragu again.
I think Chris Ragu is really proving to be a bit of a triple threat for Japan, because really strong on offense, really strong on blocking, and when she is taking the star, like, she's proving to kind of use her strength to get through, which is proving pretty successful for Japan.
Different style of jammer as Chris Ragu compared to the other Japanese, the ones that have been starting with the jam. She's got a little bit more strength, sort of low centre of gravity makes it difficult, combination makes it difficult to knock down. Sarah Gilbert is jinking inside and out, a little bit of offensive help. Picks up 5 more, 20 points in this jam and counting.
Chris Ragu really trying to push her way through. Finland staying strong on that outside line.
Strong brace by Latikainen at the front of the pack. That's 5 more points. That sees Finland over 200. Chris Ragu digging in. But yeah, Latikainen and Alina Rukaranta having none of it. Chris Ragu goes in again and blasts in. 10 out of 10 for effort, but unfortunately don't get any points for that. So Roller Derby City is a skater-owned and operated merchant uniform company UK-based, shipping worldwide. Supply uniforms and merch for teams, leagues, roller derby brands and events, including the lovely Roller Derby t-shirt and outer t-shirts we've got this weekend. And they also do individual items such as scrimmage stops, officials gear and referee shirts.
Up to jam is Shake and Bake and taking on Mia. Sorry, that's not Mia, that's AM Kastrine.
It's the 5-6, 1-5-6.
Yeah.
We have lead jammer now. This is the first Japanese lead jammer that isn't on a power jam.
Shake and Bake looks very happy about that achievement. AM Kastrine chasing her down around the track now. Hopefully Japan can get some points on the board. She's really broken up Finland, trying to get her hips round. And that is 4 points for Japan.
And she looked at her bench and the bench is saying call it. She says, no, I'm having too much fun, I'm going to keep going.
Who can blame her?
Yeah, okay, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Oh, bodies hit the floor. Air miles for Kastrine at the end. Handshakes all round as everybody gets up in one piece. So 4 points, more than doubling Japan's score. Although Finland did get 8 on that jam.
I think at this point Japan's just happy to get some points on the board.
like I say, Finland are one of the teams that have really impressed. They're certainly looking for a top 8 place for this weekend. So we have Delamy again against Patipop. And Patipop looks to re-establish the Finnish dominance as lead jammer once more.
Some really strong blocking there by Alina, number 18 in Finland. Literally having 2 of the Japanese blockers trying to force her away from the inside line, and she still manages to hold it.
That's 5 more points picked up by Finland. A little bit of hop in there by Latikainen as doing the drawback on Delamami. Sorry.
Why she's recycling and just being like, I'm here, don't forget me.
Patipop's racked up 10 points already, looking to put 5 more on the board, and there they are. So the period of clock has expired. This will be the last jam of the period. Star has now been passed. Slamerai again receiving the star pass. Patipop receiving 5 more points.
And that's the 9th star pass for Japan in this half so far.
So unfortunately for Japan this time, the Finnish blockers were onto it, Rukaranta especially, and taking Slamerai all the way back. Patipop fighting. Just got hips behind hips, despite the best efforts of Holiharu.
Slamerai's really fighting, but Finland are not giving in one bit. She's taken down on the inside line.
I think Slamerai would be very happy to hear the end of jam and final whistle. Half-time whistle, I should say. There it is. 30 points. What a jam from Patipop to take us into half-time. Finland 247, Japan 7. Wow.
Well, that was insane. I'm really, really impressed by some of the blocking skills I've seen and the speed of the jammers in Finland.
Yes, I mean, like I say, the Finnish, they've had some big results, notably the 417-32 win over Norway yesterday.
Yeah.
And they're proving why they are one of the teams, one of the maybe the dark horses.
Yeah. To
break into that top 4, certainly into the top 8. They're looking a strong bet for that. So we're at half-time now. We shall see you back here in about 14 minutes.
We'll see you soon.
The second half here on the roll line track at the 2018 Roller Derby World Cup. Finland in the blue on 247, Japan in the red on 7.
So we've got about a minute left before we'll be going into the second half.
So we're starting now to get to the idea of working out who's going to be in the top 8. Now, if you want to keep an eye on that yourselves, the place to go to is www.rollerderbyworldcuplive.com and then click on the rankings tab. After this morning's games, Finland are currently ranked in that all-important 8th place.
Oh.
However, this performance could see them move up. Argentina are currently ranked 7th, and they don't play again until the quarterfinals if they're in it.
Yeah.
Sweden are currently ranked 6th and are currently losing 282 to 44, I think, to Australia.
Yeah.
So that could affect Sweden's ranking as well. So Finland will still be looking to rack up the points in this period.
So it looks like Finland are in a very good chance of getting top 8.
Yes. Which will be the target for, what they're looking for. So here we go. We have Patipop once more jamming up against, that is Shake and Bake. Now Japan had a lead jammer twice in the first half. Yep. Shake and Bake got both. Patipop penalty, cutting penalty. Patipop will go to the cheese ball bearings penalty box. So Japan start on a power jam.
The first time Shake and Bake managed to get a lead, it was because of a power jam. So maybe with help with some extra offence from her teammates, might be able to see her get out and get an early lead for Japan.
Although what didn't help was that drawback by Latikainen from all the way from turn 1 back to turn 4 and now to turn 3 by Majorina, and out again. Chris Ragu will try and stop Latikainen, but can't stop Majorina as well.
I mean, when it's only Chris Ragu, I mean, she can't stop all the blockers, but she did a good effort. Definitely stopped it from being recycled back as far as it could have. But that did eat up the time, as now Pate Pop is back on track. Obviously, she can't get lead because she's got that penalty, but she can make her way around and score a few points while Shake and Bake's still fighting that Finland wall.
And you still, as I say, as Pate Pop, you would trust your blockers to do the job and hold back Shake and Bake, which they are doing so far. Out of play call, penalty on Chris Ragu. Pate Pop has completed the initial pass, but there's only 25 seconds left.
I think as well, especially with Japan being a bit distracted, trying to help Shake and Bake get out, it's proving to have less defence against Pate Pop.
So just one interesting point, Tokyo Takeout, who picked up that injury, she is back out on track now.
Okay.
She's got some strapping around her left thigh, but she is back out there, which is good to see. So very strong penalty kill from Finland, and 8 points for them.
We're stopping Japan from getting any points despite the power jam. That's amazing defence from Finland.
So Japan are sending up number 75. Where's the fire? Up against number 156. That is Mia.
Mia taking the inside line, hopping away round, takes lead.
Chris Ragu comes out of the box, tries the offence to help out Shake and Bake, but not successfully.
Where's the Fire has taken the star off. Slamurai is helping her get through.
My apologies, it is Where's the Fire. Slamurai is trying to get in position to potentially receive a star pass. But say Nikki Cash doing a great job, and Chris Ragu.
But Finland seem to tactically be having like 2 blockers against Was the Fire and 2 against Slamurai. But that is a power jam.
Cutting penalty. Credit to Nikki Cash, Chris Ragu with a takeout. Nikki Cash saw it and sprinted back. There is an illegal procedure called on Where's the Fire.
So Slamurai has passed the star over. Where's the Fire has passed the star over to Slamurai.
I believe Where's the Fire had put a foot off track when the star pass was completed. That's what it looked like from here. Yeah,
so Slamurai just got a skating out of bounds warning when she tried to run off with the star, so clearly it wasn't a legal star pass. So she's just left the star on track ready for Where's the Fire to pick up when she gets out of the penalty box.
So Samir is out of the box but being forced to recycle. See, Where's the Fire's out as well. Yeah, Where's the Fire's out. Hey. Sorry. Now the star pass is successfully and legally completed to Slamurai. Can Slamurai get round in the next 10 seconds to pick up some points? Certainly going to engage with the pack. Can she get hips past hips?
Oh no, she gets a back block penalty instead, so she's going to be having to sit down in the box at the start of the next jam.
So the back block, did she get points as well? No, she didn't.
No, just the back block. So have a sit down in the cheese balls bearing penalty box.
There's 2 jammer penalties each so far this half. So Japan still having that problem, whereas Finland only had 1 in the first half, so in 5 minutes they've already had more. And team timeout called by Finland. So while we have this team timeout, let's give a shout out to Sweet80.com. It's a new roller derby inspired leisurewear brand dedicated to Claire Sweetabix Lawrence. Sweet 80's range of hoodies, jackets, vests, tees and accessories are perfect for the track, gym and street. Suck it up. A portion of the profits will go to the Claire Lawrence Foundation to fund brain cancer charities. Please check out Sweet 80, so that's sweet80.com, where roll give.
Sweet 80 is a really interesting company for me. I mean, Sweetabix was a skater who was part of my league, and she passed away unfortunately from a brain tumour. So it's something that her husband set up in her memory and wanted to really keep that roller derby attitude that she had going. So there's the suck it up on pretty much all their branding, and that was very much. So she was part of roller derby Leicester. And it was something that she very much had as her attitude of just keep going, just suck it up. And that was something that she had on track. And it's something that's been brought into the brand and is helping future other people as well with the donations to charity.
Sorry, nasty collision there between the jammer Sarah Gilbert and Vijay Jackson's pivot. So Vijay Jackson, Sarah Gilbert is on a power jam. Slammerized in the box. Japan actually have a full all seats filled in the Cheeseballs pairings penalty box at the moment. Sarah Gilbert does have lead jammer.
Sarah Gilbert with 5 points. Slammerai is out the penalty box.
Forearms penalty goes to the finished pivot. Sorry, Stormy.
No, it's fine. I was just going to say it's a pretty full penalty box, and with Slammerai joining them in the Cheeseballs bearing penalty box for a backblock penalty, it's not getting much emptier.
So this now makes it a double power jam for Finland and Sarah Gilbert. Can they make the most of it? Again, another collision. It's the same two. It's Sarah Gilbert and Vijay Jackson. I should point out it is a collision. It's a skating collision. It's a derby collision. There's nothing more to it than that. It's just both of them just sort of getting their legs tangled up. Vijay Jackson is in the box again, as is Tokyo Takeout. But Slammerai is out. Just contact looks just on the side there of number 49, Ida Suento.
So Slammerai at the back, and you can just see that Gilbert was being recycled back.
That's Chris Ragu with a drawback. Sarah Gilbert is now through. Calls off the jam, having picked up 19 points. 23 minutes to go. 279 Finland, 7 for Japan. Just an update from the Rainy City roller derby track. We currently have half-time. Spain 223, Czech Republic on 26.
Back on this track though, we've got Dadami jamming for Japan. Taking lead is number 88, Vapu Kanutela.
Her first time with the star. And it won't be the last time, judging by this. Beautiful inside-outside weave, picks up 5 points.
A very strong performance, this first time jammer for today.
Tokyo Takeout has picked up another penalty, illegal procedure. Deramame is back in the box as jammer with star in hand. High block penalty there. Tokyo Takeout is going to have to be careful not to take herself out of the game with penalties.
So we're finishing that jam. Deramame still in the box, but she is standing. So it shouldn't be too long before she joins her teammates on track. And timeout has been called by Team Japan.
So further 3 points after checking with the outside vector at me, the jammer checking with Razor on the outside. So let's give a shout out to Roller Derby Elite. Roller Derby Elite, level up your game. Our boots are like pillows for your feet. Have you been to the Roller Derby Elite booth to try things on as well?
Not yet. I feel like if I try on too many skates, then I'll have to remortgage my house.
The advantage of not being a skater.
And it's so cheap to just shout at people. I should maybe take a page out of your book.
This is it. I talk into a mic or I shout from the bench and
Yeah.
discuss things politely with referees.
See, if the look on your face doesn't tell me it's overly polite.
Oh, it is polite. It might not be that much of a discussion, but I do try to be polite. Touch wood, so far I have yet to pick up a penalty as the bench manager.
Oh, okay. They are quite rare.
I've come close.
Okay.
My own league's head ref has told me I've come close.
Oh, wow.
Patty Pop starting on a power jam and loved the little dance on the toe stops around the apex inside in turn one. Lead jammer.
So Dadame is out of the penalty box. She seems to be looking for the star pass, but as the pivot's nowhere near her, she's keeping the star on her head.
4 points picked up by Patty Pop.
Dadame taking the star off, looking for the star pass. I believe that has now been completed.
That's Chris Ragu again with a star. Patty Pop with 5 more low on the outside, which takes Finland over the 300.
Chris Ragu just managing to stay in bounds there as Finland try and force her on the inside. So now she's kind of acting as a blocker jammer extraordinaire, but it does provide a bit of a distraction for Finland.
Everybody right on the inside of turn 3. You sit there. Tokyo Takeout doing a good job there, holding Patty Pop at the front of the pack. Chris Ragu tries to find some space around the outside, one to beat, but it's Mayurina, that's easier said than done. And Mayurina has done enough holding back Chris Ragu to wait for reinforcements.
So I think Chris Ragu is kind of giving up on the jamming, almost just acting as a blocker now.
And see, this is the advantage that she has now as the jammer. She can't be called out of play. She can keep going back.
So if she managed to hit that Patty Pop, she could just recycle her all the way back.
Exactly. Smart bit of play there by Chris Ragu. I like that. So 19 and a half to go. 3:06 to Finland in the blue. 7 for Japan in the red.
We're seeing Shake and Bake take on Maya on the jam line.
Maya with sort of dancing on the toe stops, trying to get through. Skips past, picks up lead jammer despite Holly Harley's best efforts.
Shake and Bake is out.
Shake and Bake, the Japanese jammer who has picked up leads twice.
So Shake and Bake ran for another scoring pass, but that's the jam called. Didn't get a chance to score any points, but Finland only getting 1, so I'd say that's a success for Japan personally.
Again, it's Shake and Bake getting out quickly. Not lead that time, but again, getting out quickly and getting round quickly, forcing the quick call off. As a jammer, if you're not lead, get out and get round as quick as you can. Damage limitation, or even try and steal a few yourself.
Sarah Gilbert jamming up against Where's the Fire?
And Sarah Gilbert skeets around the outside, lead jammer again for Finland. I think the only jam that they haven't had lead jammer this period is where there was a penalty on the initial pass. But they still managed to hold back the Japanese jammers who didn't concede lead either.
And Sarah Gilbert really fighting up in front for a scoring pass. She is out.
So Chris Ragu did a good job holding her back for a little bit. Tokyo Takeout got up there, but Sarah Gilbert that little bit too strong and agile.
Where's the Fire up in front trying to push those last couple of blockers out of play. Sarah Gilbert up for a scoring pass. Where's the Fire is out for her initial.
So Sarah Gilbert was helped there by the out of play call from IPR Deconic. Let's say hello to double threat skates. Expert advice from experienced staff, quite a few who are skating here this weekend. So head over to doublethreatskates.co.uk. So we have Vapu Kryttila again, jamming for Sweden.
Dead Anime again for Japan. Finland takes a cut track penalty. So that is a power jam in favour of Japan with leads still open for the taking.
Not anymore, it's not. Back block penalty to Danami. So we'll have a jam switcheroo, and this jam will now go for the full 2 minutes. Vapu Kryttila is out, trying to get past Nikki Cash. So that's initial pass completed. Danami is back on track as well, realising she needs to lead, needs to recycle all the way back behind. So that was Orna. Nautilus picks up 5 points and is going to keep pushing and pushing and pushing. So this jam is going for 2 minutes.
Which was about 40 seconds left of, or just over. That Anime pushing. She's basically trying to push those Finland blockers out of play, but their strength, they barely move an inch.
Nikki Cash tried the offense there on Orna, but at the same time took herself out of position, and which meant Vapu Kryttila just got through with no problem, untouched. 20 points and counting so far from Kryttila on this jam.
And they've just star passed over to Slamurai.
As Kryttila comes back in to try and pick up another 5. Great work.
Slamurai trying to get around on the outside line, narrowly avoiding about 2 blockers, but finally hit out by the last one.
So 15 minutes to go as we're halfway through the second period here on the roll line track at the 2018 Roller Derby World Cup, hosted by Rainy City Roller Derby. And we've got 341-7 in favour of Finland.
I've just been told by our fabulous producer, Scary Poppins, so Finland are on a 4-jammer rotation. They've just switched out 2 of the jammers at halftime, so they've switched from AM Kastrine, who was on quite regularly, over to Vapu Kryttila, and Japan have basically done the same thing, only with a 3-jammer rotation. So they've switched out Nikki Cash over to Dead Anime. Yeah. But with Nikki Cash being quite penalty heavy in the first half, I can't say I blame them for that decision.
Nikki Cash got themselves on 5. Vapu Kryttila coming in for AM Kastrine. I do wonder, because the quarterfinals are this evening, at what point do Finland start conserving energy? They've surely done enough now to guarantee their place in the top 8, or do they go in and try and rack up the points and really go flat out to try and get themselves a better seeding? You just got to weigh up what's going to be the best thing to do. So start has been passed.
Japan are out for their initial, and the star has been passed to 701.
Vajaku Jackson. Ooh, careful. Little slip at the end, but fortunately no damage done. So I'm going to give a shout out to Kaya Skates. So the custom Onyx boots are available now. Create your perfect skates with our new colours, including teal and the shiniest gold you've ever seen.
Oh, I need to go and look now. If it's the shiniest I've ever seen, I need to see it.
Okay, so you can visit them. Say www.kaya-brand.com, kaya-brand.com.
Meanwhile, on track, Where's the Fire is jamming up against Maya. Maya's just taken lead for Finland. Where's the Fire being able to jump straight back on. Finland's got a very full penalty box at the moment.
They've got 2 sat and 1 queuing, but up the front, all by herself, is Nina Erdoes, who did a great job. got a penalty. Uno is in the queue, and with one standing, Finland will start with 3 blockers, or 2 blockers on the pivot, in the cheese wheel bearings penalty box. This could be a chance for Darame, for Japan. No, change out.
No, change out to shake and bake.
That's a smart move, I would have thought. Wondering who Finland will field as jammer. Maybe Sarah Gilbert. So don't forget, we will have the quarterfinals for the top 8 will be taking place tonight. And so all 4 tracks will host one quarterfinal where the top 8 teams will be seeded accordingly. And as we start to get into the business end of the tournament, you know, teams like Australia and Canada, USA, England, France would appear to have booked their places in that top 8 already. Finland's performance here now should be enough to confirm them.
Yep.
Sweden are another one who are strong contenders to take one of the top 8 spaces as well.
Yep.
But that final spot is up for grabs. Although Argentina are currently there. Like I say, with Spain currently 259 to 26 over the Czech Republic, they could sneak up.
Spain.
But guess what? Lead jammer for Japan. It is shake and bake. Now Sarah Gilbert is out now as well.
So let's see how Shake and Bake wants to do this, because last time she got lead, she ignored her bench coach to just keep going and try and get as many points as she could. So whether she's going to do that or whether she's going to be more defensive against the points.
Well, there's 4. That takes Japan up to double figures as we have a jailbreak and a massive collision there on turn 2.
Shake and Bake's managing to push Finland so far forward.
So the pivot number 257, Lura, goes back to the penalty box. 4 points all. Both jammers are on their second scoring pass at the moment.
Japan's bench are indicating to just keep going, so clearly they just want to see as many points as they can get on the board.
And again, they've got a 4-on-2 pack advantage again. Low block called on Samurai. Not so sure about that one herself, but she is smiling as she goes to the box. The destruction of pack also called on one of the Japanese blockers. It's Mackenzie Phillips. But 8 points all on that jam.
Japan look very, very happy about getting those 8 points on the board. Hard fought for, definitely.
Definitely, yeah, certainly well earned. Just give a quick shout out to 5th Blocker Skate, skater owned and operated since 2001. It's Gallus. So Derame and Vapunutila jamming. Vapunutila picks up lead jammer. 10 minutes to go, 3:57 to Finland in the blue. Japan now on 15 in the red. Superb work, Mayurina with a takeout. Drawing back Derame, that allows Vapunutila to pick up 5 more.
Derame really pushing in the middle of the Finland blockers. Panutella making short work there of the 5-point pass. She comes around for another scoring pass. The star is off, but Derame still has it.
Nikki Cash getting involved with Nina Erez at the back. Sorry, that was Lura at the back. Not there, Vapunutila's bothered. Oh, Nikki Cash sitting in the box, that's at least 6. Unfortunately for Japan, she's sat as a blocker this time. Slamurai has the star again in her hand. Just to try and power through. Outside line opened up very nicely, but closed again. Just as quickly, finished blockers or something else.
So it seems like Japan keep trying to force Finland out of bounds, but because of how quick Finland's jammers are, all they're doing is pushing the Japan wall forward, and there's never going to be a no pack in that situation.
So just keep doing that. Slamurai drawn all the way back again. Oh, Slamurai takes a heavy fall. Referee checks in. It's not injury, it's just fatigue. Slamurai has worked very, very hard this game, blocking and jamming. Nikki Cash is back out on track, so is obviously not found out yet. Slamurai breathing very heavy as she goes past us sat here, and I can't say I blame her. Also holding her arm a little bit, but it looks like she's okay.
It looks like she is going to go and have a check-in with the medics, so we might see her have a few jams off. But I think she's earned a few jams off, if I'm honest.
I think she has, yeah. Certainly, it's been a very, very impressive effort. Also been impressive today is Party Pop. Not a jammer I'd seen before, not a jammer I was aware of, but someone certainly to watch for in the future. So where's the fire digging in against that 3 wall at the back, but Party Pop picks up 5 very nicely.
Bit of a pile up of Japanese skaters there, as they're all getting recycled back by Finland.
So good draw back by Orna as well. 5 more points for Party Pop.
Oh, where's the fire? Tries to go for the star pass there, but it's shut down by Finland, taking her all the way back.
Out of play called on the Japanese blockers. That sees another 5 points, and that brings up the 400 for Finland. Star pass successfully completed. So that is number 101, I think. Oh no, it's 701, Michael Jackson. But another 19 points on that jam. So Finland are on 404. Japan on 15. And team timeout taken by Japan. So let's give a quick thank you to Pivot Star. Looking for athletic wear to help kickstart the season? Then head over to the Pivot Star store for the extra World Cup flash sale. Everything you need at a price to suit you. And we've mentioned them as we're very grateful that they're sponsoring the penalty box today. That is Cheeseball Bearings. It ain't easy being cheesy. Cheeseball Bearings are now lactose free and they're available online.
So we've got about 6.5 minutes left of gameplay with 404 points to Finland sees Japan's 15. We've had the highest scoring jam of the game was 34 points in the first jam that was scored by Finland. And I believe that was by Maya, who is up to jam again now. She'll be taking on Shake and Bake, arguably one of the stronger jammers for Japan as well.
Just a quick update from the S1 Helmets track. Final score, Australia 331, Sweden 62. So lead jammer goes to Mia. So Mia, who's also been on a bit of a lighter rotation this period as well.
But as you said earlier, maybe conserving energy for the quarterfinals.
Exactly. This game appears to be in the bag. There was a multiplayer block signalled on someone. It's on the jammer, it's on Mia. So Mia will sit in the Cheeseball Bearings penalty box. She was lead, so this jam will go for 2 minutes.
Which is just over a minute left of.
Shake and Bake was shouting instructions to her teammates, but not quite sure if they were picked up as she would have liked. It's been a tough afternoon for the Japanese jammers. Was probably wanting some help. Again, digging in.
So the blockers managed to hold back Maya Mannequin as an offensive strategy, but she's just decided to stay back so that she can help her jammer out.
And number 18, Rukuranta, will go and sit in the box, out of play block, which allowed Shake and Bake to complete the initial pass, and she'll now be looking to pick up points. Mia gets very low around the outside.
Shake and Bake indicating to her team that she'd like some offense. She gets hit out on the outside line.
Chris Ragu goes to the box. And there are more points for Japan, 3 more points. Again, I think it's Shake and Bake who's got them all. And we have an official review called by Finland.
And quick shout out to one of our sponsors. Revel is leading tech performance equipment for women in contact sports. The Reveliala, a bust and shoulders protection for women, was awarded an ISPO, the world's largest sports and innovation fair in the world. Start the revolution, the first brand for women in contact sports. RevelContactwear.com, so that's REVELE contactwear.com. Hashtag make an impact. That's something that one of my teammates has, and it very much looks like a bulletproof vest. It's a little bit terrifying to look at, but it clearly works.
Yeah, so if it works, then it's got a function over form by the sounds of it. So this official review called by Finland, I'm wondering, I think it's the 3 points at the end, because the jammer, Shake and Bake, was hit out and spun round.
Right.
If they'd have gone back on track,
yes,
they'd have got the penalty. But did they get hips in front of hips before they went out of bounds? And I say that, I think, is probably what Finland are suggesting, that hips weren't in front of hips before they went out of bounds.
See, this is, like, you were right last time, so you've already proved your roller derby genius. So I'm now inclined to just believe, I'm just inclined to believe anything you say at this point.
You see, I try to get referees to do that when I'm benching, but it doesn't work. So Eagle Maniac has just been over.
And it looks like you were right.
I'll let you say that, I'm not going to. It's one of those where, I mean, we're sat at the wrong angle for it to say where the hips went past hips.
Yeah.
It's one of those, certainly if she'd have got back up and gone on track, she'd have got a cutting penalty. But it is the question. So the official review has been lost. The points will stand.
Okay.
Again, 4 minutes to go. And like I say, with the way that the rankings are worked out, with every point making a difference here, it was worth doing.
Yes.
So just wondering, I mean, perhaps Finland, there's 4 minutes to go, they've got 1 timeout left. Maybe it was a Hail Mary just as a timeout, and see if they can actually, we'll try it, see if we can get something. We don't really believe it. I might have been guilty of trying that myself.
Or maybe if you just put a bit of doubt in the referees' minds, and then they go, oh, well, actually. And like, even if you're not sure yourself, maybe it's worth a try just to see if you can get the points taken back.
Absolutely. However, trying to pick up more points with air miles across the apex. Sarah Gilbert picks up 5 more points. As Delamere is being held back, stars down. Firstly, Sarah Gilbert picks up 5 more. Star pass has been completed to Chris Ragu.
Oh, pure power there to push through those last few blockers.
As I head down and charge. Sarah Gilbert calls this one off.
But this is where Chris Ragu is really valuable as a pivot, because that's something, a really different jammer style to the normal jammer rotation that Japan have. So it kind of takes Finland out of their comfort zone every single time she takes a star.
And that's the thing, having those different styles to combat, it keeps blockers off guard if they don't know if it's small, nimbly jammer, or is it someone who, like Vapu Nuttila, who's got a lot of range and can accelerate very quickly, or is it someone who, like Chris Ragu, is just going to power through?
Yeah.
So Vapu Nuttila through, picks up lead jammer. Where's the Fire still held up in the finish wall. Gets through, picks up another 5 points.
That's another 5 points picked up for Finland. Japan very much on the offensive, trying to break apart each Finland blocker one by one, but it's really showing their individual strength as blockers, that they don't really need that support from their teammates. It's just useful to have.
So you're just looking as they're just in front of us now, the look on Where's the Fire's face, this just looks absolutely exhausted.
And who can blame her after this fight? I mean, she still looks happy about it, but you can tell, like, it's not an easy ride.
And it's just got worse as pivot Holly Haru is now sat in the box. Along with Tokyo Takeout, both set down in Cheeseball Bearings penalty box.
So Japan blockers really having to focus there on the jammer. I mean,
and Vapu Nuttila picks up an easy 5 points on the outside. There's a minute to go. Scores as we currently stand: 4-4-7 for Finland, Japan on 18. So what may well be the last jam. Sarah Gilbert up against Shake and Bake. Arguably the two standout jammers for each team.
I would agree with that, absolutely.
So Shake and Bake has scored, I think, all the Japanese points.
She's got all of the leads.
Yep. Sarah Gilbert is through very quickly. Shake and Bake bouncing around, trying to get past Salia Kajalainen.
A lot of strength
as well.
A lot of strength there by Shake and Bake, managing to resist being pushed off the inside line and just powering through on toe stops.
I did wonder. Shake and Bake through. Timeout called by Finland. We want to get one more jam in.
Yep. Just get a few extra points.
And so that is, they are playing the rankings game now. They're aware that every point makes a difference, and it is now trying to get themselves as high up the rankings as they possibly can. So of course, the reason the timeout was called, there was less than 30 seconds on the period clock, and there's a 30 seconds between jams. So they could have allowed the clock to run, and that would have been the end of the game. But call that timeout, gets that one more jam in, and it looks like it'll be Mia sent up to bat. So we'll just give final shout out and thank you to Strong Athletic. Strong Athletic, we believe that athleticism and strength are so much more than what is seen in the mainstream. What is your Strong Athletic story? Share it at strongathletic.com.
So it looks like they're putting Shake and Bake up for one last jam.
Back-to-back jams for Shake and Bake to finish with the timeout in between.
I mean, she did look a bit tired coming up, but at the same time, with her strength throughout, you can't blame them for making that decision.
Thunderbell with a lovely takeout and drawback on the inside line of Mia.
Shake and Bake really trying to push her way through, manages to force gaps in that brace wall. Finland have just taken the lead.
So Mia will now, I would expect Mia to keep going, run up the points as far as they can. But there's the problem, there's the cut. So this will be the last jam. We're on jam time remaining, and it will go to the end of the jam. Can Shake and Bake either get through herself? Looking like she can barely stand herself at the minute. She looks absolutely exhausted.
Japan really have taken a beating quite literally in this game. But Shake and Bake really still fighting, trying to push those last blue blockers forward, determined to get a few more points on the board for Japan.
Just absolutely stuck down. Vijayku Jackson goes to sit in the box. Shake and Bake is just looking like she can barely skate.
Shake and Bake basically trying to act as a blocker to try and be a bit of defense strategy, but it doesn't really slow down Mia.
As Karolainen does the drawback again, it's Mia already got 4, that'll be 9. I'm just trying to put the cherry on top of the icing, on top of the cake now for Finland. And there it is, that'll be the final 5. She's quick, but not that quick. She realises that'll do it. Wow.
An extra 14 points for Finland to help with their rankings, so timeout was a good decision.
Turned out to be, it looked like it may backfire with the penalty. But I say that will be almost certainly enough to cement Finland's place in the quarterfinals this evening. So keep an eye, as I said, on rollerderbyworldcuplive.com. Keep an eye on that throughout the afternoon to see where the rankings are and to see how the teams are going to fit in, who's going to be in that all-important top 8, who's going to be in the 8 to 6 and the 9 to 16 bracket, and whose World Cup sadly will be done. But Finland looking very strong. Japan, a lot to be proud of.
Yes, absolutely.
And as roller derby in Japan, as the score is made official, that is final, 465 to 18. As roller derby gets stronger in Japan with the likes of Tokyo and Kokishi roller dolls coming through and getting better, the Japan team is only going to get stronger.
Yeah, and I think they're going to become a force to be reckoned with. I think they're absolutely the underdogs in this.
Exactly.